Hi everyone, my name is Tadas. I'm a Chief Business Development Officer here at AMLYZE, and today I'm super excited to show you our real-time transaction monitoring capabilities. At AMLYZE, we look at it slightly differently. We focus on the risk of the transaction rather than on a rule. Now let me show you what I mean. What you see here on the system is a real-time transaction monitoring dashboard giving the view of your transactions. What you'll see instantly is that each transaction has its own risk level together with the score and ultimately how many rules were triggered. And you'll see that it's done for each transaction. So you'll have some high risk alerts, you'll have some low risk alerts, and you'll have some extreme risk alerts. Now, what this allows you to achieve is start doing some automation. For example, you could say that any low risk transaction, I want to automatically approve it. No need for anyone to look at it and trouble the customer. However, for the high risk payments, I would want to stop this payment. Now, the second thing that allows you to achieve is a better prioritization for your teams because you can start working with the highest risk alerts. And once you finish with that, you can then go to the low risk alert. Now let's jump into one of these alerts and see it in action. So what we see here is a real-time monitoring alert for a transaction which was rated as high because of 3 rules triggered and a total risk score of 1,500. So what we do is we take the transaction, we break it down into different parameters, we assign risk score to these parameters, and then ultimately we aggregate it to get the final risk score of the transaction. Let's look at this example. What we see here is that this customer is rated as high risk. For that reason, they're getting 500 points. Secondly, this transaction is sent from the high risk jurisdiction, another 500 points. And ultimately, this payment purpose field contains some suspicious keywords, another 500 points. So you ultimately have 1,500 points, which triggered the alert. Now, in a traditional system, you would potentially have 3 different alerts. If customer is high risk, stop the payment. If jurisdiction is high risk, stop the payment. If the payment purpose contains suspicious keywords, stop the payment. Or you would have to build complex if-then statements. What the system like AMLYZE allows you to do is focus on the overall risk exposure of your transaction. For example, you might not necessarily want to stop each payment performed by your high-risk customer. However, if that payment is received from the high-risk jurisdiction and contains suspicious keywords, you definitely want someone to look at it. So, to wrap up, focusing on the risk of the transaction allows you to do better automation of transaction processing, lower false positives, and also have a better prioritization for your teams. Thank you for your attention and stay tuned for more amazing features on AMLYZE.